What is going on, mortals? Mortal T here, and welcome back to some Slime Rancher 2. Today, I am going to be covering all of the current combinations that you mortals can do with the crystal slimes that I have in this pen right here. So you can make an informed decision on what combination that you want to do before you actually do it, and so you don't regret any decision you do either. So, usual setup, we got slimes in there, we got our stage, we got all the plorts for the combinations we need. If you're looking for a certain type of combination for a certain type of slime, make sure you go and check out my channel, because all of the combinations for every single slime currently in the game will be on my channel. But with that out of the way, let's get to some of these slime combinations. We don't want the plorts, don't need them. We're usually going to start off with some of the most boring ones. So we have the pink, tabby, cotton, rock and phosphor so far. So we whack him on the slime stage and we try and make him eat the plort. Eat. Here we go. So this is the pink crystal. Now honestly, this is probably one of the best pink combinations there is, just because the blue stands out so much on the pink. This to me is actually a pretty darn good combination combo. It's really nice, and it's probably my favorite pink. So let's whack him in there and we'll keep moving on to the next one. So let's try the cotton. And boom. So here is the cotton crystal, is what it is called. And honestly, I'm starting to love this. It's got the purple colouring of the crystals, which is very nice. But it's gave it the bunny ears, the whiskers, and the tail. But it's kept the crystals of the kept the spikes of the crystals, which is actually really nice. It's also another really good combination. Ooh, we might get some really good combinations in this one. Okay, let's move on. Let's go to the tabbies. There we go. Ooh, another one that's really good contrast. So this is the tabby crystal. So it kept the colouring of the tabby and the stripes, the ears and the tail, but it's added the blue crystal spikes to it, and it's just had really good contrast between like the whitish and grey and the blue. Really nice. So far, I'm really liking these combinations. You might as well have to tell me down in the comments below which combination is your best. This one, the one for the rock, I don't think is going to be very good, but let's do the phosphor. Not too bad. Not one of my favourites so far. So we got the colouring of the phosphor slime with the glowing interior there. It's gave it the antennae and the wings, but it's kept the crystal spikes coming out its back. It's not a bad combination, but it's not one of my personal favourites. So let's put you in there, and let's go for the rock. Now, I don't think this is actually going to be that good, just because the rocks and the crystals are so similar. And there you have it. So it's kept like the blue colouring of the rock slime. It's also kept the rock spikes, but also added in some crystal spikes on its back as well. So you can't really see the difference between the crystal spikes and the rock spikes, which is kind of unfortunate. And it's just all one colour, which is all blue. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. Right, let's keep moving on. We've got 5 more in our inventory. And some of my plorts have disappeared, I believe. Well, that's really nice. So what we got left, we got the angler, the batty, and the boom, and the ringtail, which I usually save to last. The hunter plort has completely disappeared. I'll have to get another one. But let's go on. So this is the angler crystal. Another pretty good combination. It's kept the colouring of the angler instead of the crystal, which is pretty nice. And it's just added the crystal spikes that come out of the back of the angler, and it's kept the little lantern above its head, which is actually really cool. Honestly, the colour purple contrasts really nice with the blue colouring of the crystal spikes, which is actually really cool. Pretty good combination right there. Let's move on to the batty. No, you don't want to eat this. There we go. So this is the batty crystal. So it's going for the colouring and the colouring of the bat and the crystal, because the bat and the crystal are both purple. It gave it the wings and the ears of the bat, which is actually really cool, and just gave it the blue crystal spikes out the back. Not a bad combination. The ears are a bit much because it kind of covers the spikes, but other than that, it's really not a bad combination. Let's move on to the boom. Oh, hello. Boom. Here we go. I thought this one might be reasonably good. So we've got the colour of the boom crystal, because this is literally a boom crystal. We've got the colouring of the boom slime, which is actually really, really nice. The contrast with the blue crystal spikes is actually really, really good as well. Possibly one of my favourites, because red and orange contrast really good with blue. So it's not too bad. Pretty good. But we'll have to move on. So, some of my plots did disappear, so I'm going to have to restock. Then we'll just keep continuing. So, moving on. We have the honey. Honey. Yet again, a really good contrast. So, this is the honey crystal. It's got the colouring and the honeycomb shape on its forehead of the honey slime, but it's kept the crystal spikes on the back. Noticing a pattern here. Every single one of these have got the crystal spikes. It's pretty cool because they do stand out a lot from every single honey, which is pretty darn cool. So that is the honey crystal. Whack you in there. Moving on to the flutter, hopefully. There we go. So this is the flutter crystal. So it's actually kept the colouring of the normal crystal, but it's added the antennae and the wings of the flutter slime. It's not a bad combination, but there's not really something that stands out a lot. But still a pretty cool combination. So, moving on to the last couple here. We're moving on to the hunter. Oh, you went for it then, did you? Okay, munch it. He blew himself up. Are you going to come and get this, my friend? No? Okay. We'll make you eat it. These always turn feral. It's annoying. So this is the hunter crystal. Same colouring as the normal hunters, with its stripes, its ears and its tail, but yet again it's give it the blue crystal spikes that come out of its back. Pretty cool, not a bad combination. It's just a shame every time you combine anything with a hunter plot, they just turn feral. It's kind of annoying, but oh well. Let's put you in there. Now last is not least is the ringtail. And the ringtails are basically never let me down on a really, really good combination. So I'm hoping the same goes here. And boom. Honestly, it's not bad. It's not actually that bad. So you've got the normal form of the ringtail with the ears and the massive tail, but it's took on the colouring of the crystals. So you got the blue and the purple there, and they're spaced quite evenly around this guy. So you got like a bluey purple on top and then proper purple on bottom, and in its tail you can see each ring is different, alternating between each ring on its tail. Very, very nice. But it's also give it the blue crystal spikes, which is actually really, really cool. Never let me down, the ringtail combinations haven't. But Moles, that is every single crystal slime combination. Like I said before, let me know down in the comments which is your favourite. There have been some really, really good combinations in this lot. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope this has helped you make a decision on what combination you want to go for. And I'll hopefully see you Moles in the next video.